Hi, Carolyn. How are you? Good morning. We are one more day today and one more day with Baba Yaga. It is the month of moon and hot stones in the Mount Shasta Goddess Temple. And in part, it's because of the way the weather is at this time of year. It gets so hot and so dry, and the stones just in some cases, um, really could cook your feet if you're walking on them. So that's part of the reason why I call it that. But it's also a time when we feel a lot of stirring of energies. And sometimes there's that bustling that occurs that feels like it's related to harvest season, even if we're not from normally a harvesting background or whatever. There still just starts to feel this industrious energy. I know lots of people right now who are cleaning out their houses, getting rid of things, fixing things, changing, stuff around their dwelling, shoring up their properties for the winter. And this morning, because it's going to be 109 degrees here today, I was out shoring up my uh, yard. I made a little 3 water fountains for the bees and birds, and I watered everything, including the trees, because we have such a fire risk here. When it gets this hot, it's volatile. So went out and did all my preventative measures, and while I do practice, the last couple trees are getting watered, and then I can kind of relax into this day. I've shuttered everything in the house, kept, closed all the everything to keep it dark. That is 109 degrees, and tomorrow it may be as high as 110. Yeah, no clothes for me, says Karen. Yeah, I know, right? It's pretty hot. But I have 2 little window air conditioning units in my house that are struggling mightily, but they're doing a great job. And fortunately, inside we can keep everything cool. Later today, I'll go and I'll check. Last night, I pre-watered all the gardens over at the store and all the rose bushes and everything. So anyway, that was my morning. I was preparing for a day of 109 degrees. And today and tomorrow, we are still with Baba Yaga. So let's go ahead into her chant and receive our divination for today. Today and tomorrow, last 2 divinations from Baba Yaga for the year. Crone mother, bone mother, healer, seer, witch, secret keeper, screech owl, mighty wolf bitch, Baba Yaga, bright dawn, Baba Yaga, red sun, Baba Yaga, midnight, Baba Yaga, black sky woman, keep me safe within your sight, keep me on the path of right. Today, cracking the cosmic egg. Oh, Willow says we've had 100 plus days here in Oklahoma all month. Oh my goodness. And Josiah reports, yes, very hot in the Pacific Northwest as well. And Marvell says, blessings of this new moon. Thank you. So, cracking the cosmic egg. Card 48. Our keyword is creativity. Look to the creation myths from around the world, and you will not find sweet and painless tales of worlds being born. You'll find much eruption and blood. You'll find grand and climactic interstellar storms and children burdened with terrible choices we would not wish on the wisest of warriors. Creation demands our fearlessness. No great art was ever born easily. Is now the time to crack that cosmic egg? Are you pregnant with some epic dream that wants your mothering? Know that manifestation is gnarly and press on. The world needs your medicine. And there are some really great other words here that I just think maybe I should share. Imagine some ancestor in spirit who lived in a time that ended long ago and yet in some way still exists. Imagine them sharing your passion for whatever you might name your art. Imagine your ancestor standing next to you whilst you speak these words. Blessed be the hearts that ache with unnamed longing for some unhatched creation. May they take solace in the warmth of infinite possibility. May they know themselves as the hallowed makers who weave the most colorful worlds into being. Our sanctuaries are covered in spilt paint and caked clay, and our prayers are shaped in ink, thread, and song. Blessed be the anguished artists, for they are the far-seeing change makers, birthing this earth anew. One of the things I've been noticing lately in watching, young creators is that they are going ahead and saying things out loud that I would have never dared to say when I was their age, much less to, in some cases, 100,000, a million people in their online social media. They're coming right out with and saying things that I would have gotten in trouble for saying, that I did get in trouble for saying, that you may have gotten in trouble for saying. When they point out the complete illegitimacy of certain kind of hallowed systems of our society and its structures, when they just go right ahead and talk about how insurance is basically one of the biggest hustles perpetrated on people in this country that has happened at least in the last 100 years. When they point out completely why, after watching so many women before them enter unsatisfactory relationships and end up giving away all their life force to ungrateful partners, why would they do that? I mean, they just come right out and say it. And I feel like this like 18, 16 and 18-year-old part of me is like jumping up and down whenever I hear these young people speaking their truth and fearlessly. And a lot of them have learned remarkably this resilience to cope with the hate that they get online for saying things that are true. So they say these audacious things. And then people come, of course, into their comments and say things like, you're so ugly, you're fat, you're stupid, blah, blah, blah. You don't know what you're talking about. You're too young. All these, people will come in and they don't care. They're just like, I don't care about your opinion. I'm just over here doing my thing. And they're just like completely, I mean, they're so resilient. And I look at that and I think, gosh, like I'm 48, you know, I'm in that like in between time of life where I'm not young anymore. Certainly, like I can't do the things that I used to do in a lot of ways. And maybe that's a good thing. And then I'm not old yet either. And I identify as like 10,000 years old and timeless, but reality says there's something here in this phenomenal experience where I'm on this cusp. And I'm watching how social mores are changing, and it's exciting, and it gives me hope, and sometimes it scares me because I wonder, like, will I lose context? It's hard to keep up with it all. But in this volcanic time of heat in the United States and in many other parts of the world affected by climate change, and in this time of truly global tensions, and in this time where we are watching the bones of contention laid bare before us so that we can very clearly see what people are choosing, what sides, and whether they're choosing life affirming and life giving action, or whether they're choosing action that will harm life. And I mean, harm people, but also harm animals, plants, the natural environment. When we're seeing this, it can be really devastating to think, will anything ever get better? But better is already happening for a lot of people. Better in a lot of ways is happening for these kids out here who are like, no, I'm going to create content online and I'm not going to get a job and I'm not going to go be stuck to some desk, and I'm going to travel and I'm going to have my adventures and I'm going to explore natural healing. I mean, I remember having my own awakening to all those things. Do you remember when you woke up to all those things? Maybe you were born and raised in that environment, but not a lot of people were. Some were, but not a lot of us. A lot of us were raised in kind of, listen to what the doctor says, listen to what the government says, listen to what your boss says, listen to what other people in town might say. Like a lot of us were raised to be concerned about what other people were telling us what to do. So destabilizing that paradigm of nobody gets to tell me what to do. I'm just going to decide for myself and do what I do. And I'm going to stay within the limitations that are acceptable and responsible. Like I'm not going to go out and like commit fraud, and I'm not going to go out and steal things. I'm not going to go out and kill anyone or hurt anyone. But I'm going to go out there and I'm going to be something different. I'm going to be what I want to be, and I'm going to live the way I want to live. And I'm going to find a way. And if it means I have to reroute around government, doctors, whatever, I will still find a way. That kind of fortitude is what is necessary to create a whole new paradigm. So today, let's give thanks for our fortitude. For whatever it is that's brought us this far, let's give thanks for all of those really strong young people out there who are just doing their lives in the midst of insane conditions. And let's really think about what is it that we're ready to crack open and harvest in this coming seasonal cycle. So that's our short bit for today, if that's what you were here for. And now let's dive in. We're going to start with 3 prostrations before the Shrine of Guan Yin. And let's take refuge, remembering that we can afford to be courageous in this world because we always have refuge in the Dharma. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention, a person, place, situation, or circumstance that will benefit from today's practice. And today we're holding Andrew, a young man who is having some really, really painful, difficult health situations today. And we're also holding Margot, who is the second of our group of Guanyan's millionaires to accomplish her 100,000 this year. Previously, it was Kathy. She was the first of the group to accomplish 100,000. And now Margot has also accomplished 100,000. So it's really exciting. And we're going to send out energy to them today. And let's recite the four immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balanced point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. And let's make our offerings. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this, I light this incense as an offering to Guan Xian, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Omahom. 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 Om Ahum. Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guan Yin, remain until the end of samsaric existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. 108 recitations of Namo Guanxi Pusa, calling out to Guanyin, who encourages us when we feel fearful to make changes. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. 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 Just a little sip of water. I keep it in a pretty bottle, but it's just so that the cats won't get at it. Okay, let's do our prayer to Yeshit Sogil. Ying Chukdaki Somo Karchanza, Dusum Kunchempe Majunyeki, Zangzo Dupo Dechen Sogil Mar, So Wadeb So Chukdu Nudrup So, Mother of Space, foremost of Dakinis, Lady Karchanza, gatherer of the vast secret treasury of Padmakara, knower of all, past, present, and future, Mother Sogil, great bliss queen, to you we pray, grant us cities, ordinary and supreme. Ying Shutaki Somo Karchanza, Dusum Kunchempe Majunyeki, Sangso Dupo Dechen So Galmar, So Wadeb So Chukdu Nudrup So. And now 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum, sending out positive energy to Andrew, also to Margot, and also to Kathy, who finished her 100,000 a few months ago. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lamadechin Yeshe Wangmo. Sosti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of supreme bliss, Yeshe Wangmo, be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings, so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guan Yin in our hearts. Namo Guan Yin Pusa. And we close with a bow to Guan Yin, a bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher. Wishing everyone a wonderful day. Be back tomorrow. Bye.